Hi Pisces, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your in-depth in-depth reading, my friends. This is a free-flowing intuitive reading. Please take it as it resonates. So before I even start, Pisces, I have been trying to do your reading for last 3 days. Believe it or not, this is the third time I have these different cards on the table. It's not that I had some technical difficulties, that I just don't know. Something happened. I couldn't do any other readings. I was getting into a reading. I was getting halfway through. I was getting messages. Then it was blocked. I don't know. It was completely threw me off for last 2 days. I don't know what happened. So this is my third attempt. Hopefully this one I'll be able to really follow through the messages. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. So your overall energy, Pisces, is the lion and the deer and the cosmic heart. What I am getting from here, that there is at the at somewhere where you feel, in your home front. It doesn't have to be necessarily home, but where you feel is your home front, where you feel, where you can be more relaxed, where you can be more of yourself without any kind of stage action or anything, where you feel more relaxed. There is some kind of major change that's happening in there, and I feel like you are feeling quite confident about it. You are not nervous about it. You feel that you got it. There is a certain sense of relaxed vibe that I'm getting, but there is a major change that you are taking, that you are actually deliberately welcoming or making it happen in that front. Where you felt, I don't know what is that space for you, but some kind of safe place, some kind of connection that you felt, that it was there. It was not riling you up too much, but now it feels like that there is something that you want to make change towards, into that situation, and you are quite confident about it. There is no nervous energy around you. And then we got the cosmic heart, and I feel like that maybe you are trying to make something into reality. I'm really getting that with the cosmic heart. There is a lot of fire right now in you, but this fire is not making you jumpy or making you over to active, or like going ahead of yourself. Nothing. There is a certain sense of gravity that kind of pulling you and kind of making you feel very stable. But I feel like the so here I'm feeling that you want to make some changes in your home front, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a living space, whether it's literally with family, whether it's a workplace, but somewhere that you have been very comfortable, somewhere that you have gained a certain sense of belongingness, and you wanted to make some changes in there, and that changes you want to execute in the form of something reality, something in the material 3D reality. I don't know. We are gonna go deeper. That's what I'm getting. And you are very content about these changes. You are making very content about how you are gonna go about it. There's like everything is thought through, or everything, at least if not thought through, you just know that you got it. There's a certain sense of confidence that you are exuberating. And okay, so let's get into more detailed energy work. So here we got the green woman. Pisces, I feel like you are changing. You are bringing the change in the now. I'm feeling like this home front is more about relationship dynamics. It could be any kind of relationship, but I feel like somebody that you are connected with, they are very playful, and they kind of have their own way to make their wish granted. So meaning that they know how to get what they want. That doesn't mean that they manipulate, they are just very playful. And with their playfulness, with their charm, with their enthusiasm, they kind of make things happen the way they want. And for some time you felt a little pressure under these circumstances, not because you don't like them. I feel like their encouragement and their, this kind of almost like a wild, like, okay, let's do this, let's go for that, let's go for this vision, let's, like, it's like there is a certain sense of expansive and rawness in them. You do like that energy, but you felt that that energy kind of sometimes made you feel, oh my god, how I'm gonna keep up with that, whether I have the capability, or whether I have the energy to really make all these things happen that this person is dreaming about, encouraging me to be a part of. Am I on the same frequency? Do I have that energy? You are bringing some change in that kind of dynamics, relationship dynamics. So if that relationship can be anybody, but if that dynamics, the nature of the dynamics is somewhat what I said, maybe there is something for you here. As you are bringing, like, then we got this, the lady of the harvest. And I feel like that you have been trying to be, the responsible one, trying to, you kind of trying to do things by the standard, the way things have been done, the way things are being done around you. But then I feel like something is opening your eyes and you're seeing that every, this is very funny message I'm getting that, okay, let's say that like this, that you are in a either in a situation or a kind of I don't know, kind of relationship condition, I don't know, space, where you felt that everybody is doing things by the norm, everybody is very much aligned with the so-called normality. But now you are feeling like now something has happened and you are seeing that everybody around you that you thought so normal, so do things how they supposed to be done, they are all actually a little crazy. They all do things in a very weird way. And you are finding yourself, you are the only one who kind of, it's like, I don't know how to explain this energy, this is making me very actually giddy. It's like all of a sudden in, okay, let me give you this example. Let's say you go to an office, okay, you see that everybody is very polite, they are doing everything by the way they're supposed to, and everybody is kind of, like they, it feels like the regular office or work culture. But something happened and you are seeing that everybody is actually very weird and they are very in their own way, have their own, nobody is actually as per the book. And is all of a sudden you are feeling like that everybody is like, all of a sudden you're feeling like actually everybody is naked, nobody is wearing clothes. You know what I mean? So it's like all of a sudden some kind of, the reality hasn't changed, but the image of this reality around you has changed. And the moment you see this change in your environment, you are gaining certain kind of courage. You are gaining certain kind of courage to be, okay, Pisces, maybe, okay, Pisces, maybe you are the one who is actually very, very individualistic in your heart. Like you have your own way of doing things, very like, very strange and weird way, which is like almost like creative way. But you always felt that everybody around you is way too normal, so you never really quite express that side of yours. whether it's in relationship, whether it's in relation to workplace, whether it's in relation to your domestic space. You always feel like everybody is so normal, so you kind of try to be as normal as your environment was. But now you are realizing that your environment and the people who are in that environment, they are all kind of similar way like you are. All of a sudden their facade, you kind of saw through their facade, you kind of saw through their outer layer, and the moment you looked at their inner layer, you find a similarity between them and you. It almost like, oh, we are in the same clan. It's like literally like that, and everybody's making weird sound, everybody's strange and crazy and happy, like this kind of like almost like a whimsical world. And the moment you realize that actually nobody around you is so-called normal the way that you have perceived them, that giving you courage to really bring out your craziness, your wildness, your strangeness into the light. It's giving you some kind of encouragement to really look at this, and then you are like all this giggly, you are actually very live alive person inside, but you always felt that you cannot really be like that. It's not that you are suppressing yourself, you just did not express that part publicly, but you are very rich to nurturing that part of you in a private way when you are with when you are with yourself, or but even you did not express that part to this connection as well, the connection that has been, that person has been very playful and all that. But now I feel like you're getting into that vibe, you're getting into that vibe of being silly. Being silly is absolutely bliss for you right now, and you are kind of okay because everybody is silly around me, so why I am trying to hold this fort of severe sincerity or severe reservedness or aloofness or whatever, politeness, or I don't know, property, and all these things, you're like, you're like, it's like almost like yeah, and then you're feeling very encouraged to do the spirit dance. You're feeling very encouraged to do the spirit dance. Look at this. The this is 18 broken down to 9. This is this 36 broken down to 9. Both of them are very, it's like, okay, it's like I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna jump into it. So I feel like you are really get, and look at this, and you are starting a new journey. 15 broken down to 6, it's like a hidden ruled by heart chakra. So I really feel like if this is a love connection or friendship or something, that it has the potential of intimacy or have the potential of togetherness or companionship, those kind of thing, you have been very this their playfulness, their outbursting activity or encouragement or energy has been stressing you out, not because they stress you out, but your ability to match up with that. But you are actually, but you have all this craziness hidden in you, but it's like you felt like, oh, but everybody is normal around me, so you kind of put that coat of normality. But the moment everybody took their coat of normality, you saw that everybody is actually pretty much naked as you are. Now you are not fearful or anything of judgment or anything, you are just diving deep into this whole play, and you are making a new journey towards some kind of, it's driven by heart, is driven by emotion, feelings, and have a feeling that you are kind of making this connection more priority, like expressing, like, like I there is some connection between this new journey and this connection here. Okay, now we are gonna go into tarot, and we are gonna see how this energy, because these are all energy, raw energy that kind of driving you, surrounding you, but how this energy is manifesting or getting incorporated in your material life. Okay, so we got Nine of Fire, Yeah, like before the page of earth in reverse, this person, I think this person has been asking you, maybe this person has been asking you, or some kind of situation has been, asking you, or giving you sign to go for a wild journey, go for a wild journey. But you always felt, oh, that's not a normal thing to do. People around me, the family I grew up with, the culture I lived in, the friends that I have, I don't see anybody does this kind of random move. I don't see people go to that route. So you always felt reluctant to take that route. But now you seeing the nine of fire, it's us, it's like you are really seeing that how you did not a- encouraged this new path, new journey. It's a little, this journey is not like a conventional, where maybe somebody or some kind of situation asking you to take some step towards unconventionality, and you have been putting it off, putting it, but you have been, it's on your mind. But now you're seeing the actual, you can focus in that. You feel like, okay, I see the value in it. I see that where it's going. I see that I can be on this thing. Even if I, if I have to be odd man out in this situation, I think I'm okay with it. So that kind of realization over some kind of opportunity or some kind of journey that has been irking you for quite a while, and focused on you have focused on more on your, like, um tradition, more of your, this is the way I'm gonna success, I'm gonna do, like you were not ready to take the risk because that did not make sense to you. I mean, it did in it felt nice, you felt inspired in a certain way, but at the same time you feel like that's not the way to do things. I have my own way of doing things that I have learned in from my family, from my friends, from my, I cannot just give away all this kind of tradition that made me who I am. So you were very grounded on your own way of on your regular way of doing things, and you have been very successful of doing that. You have been very successful of doing that. It gave you, people, it gave you, a sense of somebody that people can respect. People, people don't take you lightly. People respect you when you speak. People take it seriously. People acknowledge in sincerity. People acknowledge your hard work. But you have been more focused on that way, that you have been always cultivate your life, you focused on that way. And so now this one is like, almost look at this Empress versus Page of Earth. It's almost feel like very novice, very very, like a risky thing, like impromptu thing, and you like, no, I'm gonna stick with my what I know how to do it. But now there is a light, there is a understanding of this new opportunity that has been lingering around you for quite a while, and I really feel this opportunity has something to do with this connection, something to do with this connection. This connection will be different from all of you, but I really feel like this page of earth, this connection and the new journey is very much interconnected. And then we have the transformation in reverse. You are realizing that you don't need to start transform at all. Look at this, 13 broken down to 4, 22 broken down to 4. So you already, that's what I'm saying, you don't need the transformation in the home front. You already have, it's like you are already so much aligned with this, like this crazy weird, that kind of energy within you. You don't need, you are not, this is you are not this severe sincere like, I don't know, not you are sincere, but there is a very unorthodox side of you, and this is the side that you try to This is also you, you try to balance things with this empress kind of very ritualistic traditional way of doing. And traditional doesn't mean that it has to be like tradition means what you have learned, like how you cope up with your life, and what that you learned from your childhood environment, your family, your friends, and everything. So you are realizing that you are not, it's not about the matter of transformation, it's not the matter of changing yourself, because you have this weird crazy creative side, very agile, spontaneous, playful, alive, warm, vibrating, vivacious side in you. So it's not that it's need a transformation, you are realizing that it needs to bring into the balance. 11 broken down to 2. Again 22, see 2. At the emotional front, it bring it to the balance. It bring it to the surface. Let me get another card on this justice. Strength. See? Oh my god, this is like giving me goosebumps. What do you see? Lion and the lamb. Here, the lion and the deer. You see that? So you are in justice, you are really understanding that you can be as wild and at the same time as human. Like, like you can be all this, like there is a you don't what is happening. You are, it's not everything you are like bringing out your wild string more to the public. Let's say in this way, you are bringing out your wild string more to the public. You always had this wild string and you have been nurturing this wild string, but there is a certain sense of hush hush around that. There is a certain sense of hush hush around that. But now you are being very explicit, and you are kind of bringing that wildness, that kind of, who does that side that cannot be tamed by rules, that cannot be tamed by customs. It just goes with the rhythm of heart, it just goes with the vibration of your blood pumping. That kind of very flesh, very very like, like in moment kind of energy. And you are like, you are bringing that on the surface with the justice card, because that's where you are trying to bring. Because what it you are realizing that if you don't bring that out, it's actually more work for you, because then you have to hide in the forest with all your fire within. And you have so much, I can tell you are very very, you are, you have a whole expansive of imaginary world within you, and that is so rich, that is extremely rich and extremely potent. You can do a lot of things with that energy. You can bring a lot of different kind of creative people. You can draw, you can pull them towards you. You can be very successful in very much creative field. You also can be very, those things have all this potential. But you always find that you have to hide in order to really bask in that warmth, bask in that fire. You need to go all the way somewhere in the middle of the forest, so that nobody can see that you have the whole sense of mystical magical world within you. And that has been kind of tiring, even though you have been doing it seamlessly with the empress and this card. But I feel like this has been kind of mentally exhausting you a little bit. you felt certain times that because this connected with the five of water, it felt like that you wanted to open, you wanted to express yourself completely, the way you absolutely wanted, but there is a certain sense of hiddenness that is around you. It almost like you have to hide yourself somewhere, and this hideout initially was fun, but later on, as you kind of went on with your life, it kind of was getting heavier and heavier on your consciousness. Yeah. And look at that, it is. Yeah, because you thought that you always, I feel like you are a very interesting personality, Pisces. I absolutely kind of really vibing with this energy. You inside, you like challenges. Actually, you like challenges, you like to go unseen places, you have the notion to go to uncharted territory of life. You want to create some buzz, you want to create some, almost like a, you are like a bumblebee flighting around. You like that, but you somehow felt that that can bring a lot of, unnecessary headache, and you wanted mental clarity, you wanted a straight path to focus. So you kind of you nurtured it in private, but you on, like, when it comes to your public persona, there is a certain sense of serenity, certain sense of sophistication, certain sense of, almost like, cultural politeness that you had embodied on your outer side, because you did not want any kind of mental dilemma, because you wanted your mind to be absolutely clear, your mind to be know exactly where you are going, how you're going to execute everything. You wanted to see the long path clear. That's why you never put this thing on surface. That doesn't mean you suppressed it either, it's just a matter of expression here. I feel like I really do. But now, with this, with the nine of air, you are really ready to take the risk. You are really ready to take the risk. Look at this, you're waiting through your fire. You're like, okay, hold on. I was really saying that you are now, you feel like now you are ready to take the risk. You are ready to show your full spectrum. There is a certain sense of need to exhibit yourself. You feel that wherever you are in your life, you feel the need to exhibit yourself. Was it bad that you are harboring a part of you silently and secretly within you? No. Because you are not suppressing, you are actually nurturing that part of you, but you are doing it privately. Almost like, almost like and then you saw that people around you, they are all like you. They harbor certain sense of exteriority, but interiority they are all little quirky. And that gave you this encourage and boost to really come to a full circle. You saying, why not express it? What is this hushers about? Why am hushing about certain part? So there is like, you are like, you know what, let me spread my wings and see. And you are really taking risk here. And you hold on, three of fire. I'm gonna get a card on nine of air. Ooh. It's like the half of the deck came out. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you are thinking about your, your material position, your, where you stand in a society, on in relation to, like those kind of material understanding of your position. That kind of, that kind of held you up. Look at this two part, and you feel like, okay, I can only make one prominent and one kind of ethereal existence inside me, almost like a magical mystical in existence inside me. But now with the Nine of Fire, you're like, why one has to be kind of subdued? I'm gonna make this part which has been subdued the prominent one, and the prominent one maybe go a little subdued for now on, or maybe I can make both my part in very prominent. So whatever it is, you are taking the risk and you're really, really going with it. With the three of fire, it's like there is absolutely purpose to it. There is not just thought, it's not just inclination. You want to make it happen. There is a passion that driving you to do that. And not just on passion, with the king of air, you have a total understanding of what you are doing, because now you see, because some kind of epiphany, some kind of clarity that unveiled the society around you, and you saw their whole picture, that encourage you to bring your whole picture to the front. And you were like, you know what, now I know how to see through things. Now I know how to penetrate layers of human complexity with understanding. And you were like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm really, really ready to do this. There is a certain sense of absolute like no doubt here. I'm gonna get one more card on king of air to see any specific information if we can get. Devil in reverse and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this connection, you first, initially you felt like that you need to be guard against, because there was a certain sense of pull that you felt like, oh my god, it cannot happen to me. I cannot be pulled towards certain energy so strongly. I need to keep my balance. I need to be grounded. I need to focus on myself. Maybe you kind of almost like, no, 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 it can happen to me. It can, like almost like you put yourself in the bubble of self reassurance. But now you feel, you know the whole scene. It's not about that pull. You see the whole thing, and it doesn't feel like a pull anymore, even though the attraction, the connection is very strong. But it doesn't feel like that you have to protect yourself against it. The king of air brought kind of clarity and understanding of these dynamics, and it doesn't feel like that you have to protect yourself, almost like you have to put yourself in bubble in order to protect from the devil energy. Because it is not, it's made you clear to you that it's not something that you need a protection from. Okay, Pisces, I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.